Hola amigos! In this video we are going to study a very confusing topic for Spanish learners, the differences between the words que and cuál. Vamos a empezar. Let's start with the basic definitions. Que means what and cuál means which one. You might have learned before that cuál means which, but in this lesson it will be important to remember that cuál is more like which one than just which. That's because cuál is asking which one out of a limited set of options. Que will always seek for a noun or a definition. In other words, when I ask a question using que, I want the answer to be a thing or a definition. For example, ¿qué hay en tu bolsillo? ¿Qué hay en tu bolsillo? What's in your pocket? It could be your keys, a wallet, or anything you could possibly fit in your pockets. Those are all nouns. The same with ¿qué quieres comer? What do you want to eat? ¿Qué quieres comer? The answer could be anything, and it will be a noun. Or I could ask for a definition. ¿Qué es un satélite? ¿Qué es un satélite? What's a satellite? The answer will be an explanation of what a satellite is. Another example that comes up a lot in Spanish class is ¿qué significa esta palabra? ¿Qué significa esta palabra? What does this word mean? Again, we are using que here to request an explanation or definition. Now, let's take a closer look at cuál. We use cuál to ask which one out of a limited number of answers. ¿Cuál? And let's start with an example, a common example. ¿Cuál es tu nombre? ¿Cuál es tu nombre? What's your name? ¿Cuál implies that there is a limited number of answers to choose from. There are only so many names in the world and your parents pick one for you. Which name did they pick for you? Which one is your name? Literally, which one is your name? Another example. ¿Cuál es la capital de Perú? ¿Cuál es la capital de Perú? The same idea applies here. There are a limited number of cities in Peru, so which one is the capital? ¿Cuál es la capital de Perú? Now, let's take a look at a couple of examples that show the differences between these two words. Okay? Let's say I have three fruits in my hand, an apple, a strawberry, and a banana. I want to know which fruit you want. Since there are a limited number of options and I want to know which one you want, I would say ¿cuál quieres? Which one do you want? ¿Cuál quieres? If I made a mistake and said ¿qué quieres? I'm asking you what do you want? You could answer anything. A dog, a spaceship, a race, I don't know. Anything, because you are using the word ¿qué? What? ¿Qué quieres? What do you want? If I said ¿qué fruta quieres? And I show you the options available, it would be the same as if I asked you ¿cuál quieres? So in this case, ¿qué fruta quieres? Y ¿cuál quieres? Give me the same answer, the fruit you want. ¿Cuál implies limited options and ¿qué gives you the opportunity to respond with an infinite number of answers. Now, let's take a look at another situation and we'll go back to ¿cuál es tu nombre? Literally, which one is your name? You might say, Giancarlo, there's an infinite number of names in the world, so couldn't I use ¿qué? Well, that is a good point, but no. Remember that ¿qué is also used to ask for a definition. If I said ¿qué es tu nombre? To a native Spanish speaker, they might say, well, My name is a series of letters arranged in a specific way and it shows up on my ID. They would give you the definition of what your name is because you used que. And remember that que looks for a noun or a definition. The differences between que and cuál can be confusing, but it all comes down to this. Que will either seek for a noun in the answer or requests a definition, like I mentioned before, and cuál basically means which one out of a limited number of options. And I would like to finish this video with another example of misusing the word que, using the word que instead of cuál. And I will take the example of the capital of Peru again. So, if I want to know what's the capital of Peru, I need to say, ¿cuál es la capital de Perú? ¿Cuál? Which one out of all the cities in Peru is the capital? If I said, ¿qué es la capital de Perú? ¿Qué es la capital de Perú? ¿Qué is asking for a definition. So my listener will tell me, la capital de Perú es la ciudad más importante de ese país. Because that's the capital. So what's the capital of Peru? The definition of the capital of Peru. Well, it's the most important city in that country. La capital de Perú es la ciudad más importante de este país. That's the difference between asking ¿cuál es la capital de Perú versus ¿qué es la capital de Perú? I know the differences between que and cuál could be confusing for many students, especially for those who speak English as a first language, and it's hard to put all the information together into one single video, so if you have questions about it, please leave them in the comments below and I will be happy to respond to your questions. Also, feel free to leave your own examples or the questions that you don't know if you should use que or if you should use cuál. Okay, leave me your examples, leave me your questions in the comments below and I will be happy to give you my feedback. Okay, yo soy Giancarlo y yo apruebo este mensaje. Chao.